list.
Where is
And
Austin?
Austin is not on the top 15, bro.
Oh, get out of here, bro. They
Yeah,
made
no,
it
Austin
illegal
definitely
now. They made it illegal to be homeless.
Which is tough. Because
Yeah,
what you
it's
supposed
so
to do?
bad.
Yeah, what you supposed to do?
I'm telling you, bro. Like
Austin
we
makes me
really,
confused though, because they put public bathrooms on the street. Like,
come on, bro.
you
We
don't
really
want
in a
homeless
time,
people?
bro, where people are really starting to mentally just crash out, dog. Because we just like
Yeah,
we fighting inflation, mental health.
I mean, we fighting
racism.
everything, bro.
I mean,
Somebody
bro,
said,
women are getting
for
punched.
real, bro, it's a
Like,
bad
it's
time.
fucking, it sucks. Like everybody's mental health is not okay.
The Great Depression.
Like-
Somebody like people don't want to work.
No,
For what, nigga? For what? Work for
No.
what, bro?
Where are we working towards?
Elon Musk, bro. Like I literally wasn't too much against dude until he just put out some real.
Yes, bro.
major
Now I'm like,
bullshit.
Bro,
now I'm
Elon,
like,
boy, I
and now
have been
he evil,
against
bro.
this motherfucker
Yeah,
from
because
the
that's-
beginning. He is
but
a
he used to-
blood. He is a blood diamond. Like,
he brought up the
child,
whole like
bro.
working from home shit. Like people
Oh,
don't work hard because they work from home. And I'm like, bro, now you know damn well why that was caused, bro.
Yo.
Motherfuckers was trying to keep a steady income and not catch a freaking man. Nah, bro.
Elon, listen, bro.
we
Elon
just
comes
expected to
from-
just follow the rich at this point, and we can't keep up. And
Elon comes from a family that benefited greatly off of apartheid,
blood diamond, yeah.
blood diamond mining, and has consistently throughout his entire career done shit to undermine the worker. So don't give a fuck about
the only
that man.
thing when it come to Elon, I've never been on the pocket watching shit. Like people were like, oh, he need to spend, bro. That man gonna do whatever he want with his money. But it's the whole now you can tell, bro. In about 5 years, that man about to run for president. Like I'm telling you,
He
like
can't.
we think it's shit. Watch.
It hit me,
Watch.
but he can't. He can
Watch.
go governor, maybe. Maybe
Watch.
governor of Texas. You know,
Okay.
Texas probably vote for that shit, but not
Yes.
president. No.
bro, Austin.
Bro, we said the same thing about Trump.
Bro, he legally can't. He not from America. He's,
Okay, watch.
No, you constitutionally cannot. He cannot run for president.
Constitutionally,
Yes, you can. You constitutionally cannot
Hey,
run
hey,
for president.
like
bro.
Donald Trump said about Barack. Let me see that birth certificate, bro.
Yeah.
What a birth
the
certificate.
difference is that nigga's actually
I
been
know.
born in Africa.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I need to see it. Come on, bro. It's just wild. Like literally. And then here's the thing. Katie and I, we watching a show called it's called Below Deck. She got me on this trash show, but it's actually I like
It's
it,
funny, bro. It's funny.
I watch it too. I watch it too.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. But what I've noticed is that, bro, I hate rich people. 100%, bro.
So trash.
100%, bro. I hate rich people because they legitimately think that. And here's the worst part about it:
they put their
you
expectations
couldn't
on us.
be on my boat, using my service and treat me like shit, bro. I will throw your ass overboard, bro. They literally think that they untouchable because they got money.
Yeah.
I will whoop your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Why? I cannot stand rich folk, bro. I literally
I'm
can't.
not
It's
gonna
just-
pull 100 grand.
bro, the wackest lyric of all time.
But the song's so hard, bro. Like,
Bro, how do you? He redid
Bro.
his verse. He said he redid his verse when he got the Drake verse, right?
mhm.
How he left that one in there?
I don't
I'd
know.
took
He
that
didn't
hoe
run
out.
that one.
Come
But
on,
the beat's
bro.
so tough. Though,
Yeah, the
bro.
beat hard. Drake slid on that
My
hoe.
God.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, rich people get on my nerve, bro. They
Rich people
trash because they so out of touch and they
Elon
literally
trash.
think that they just better because they have money. And honestly, I feel like
Jeffrey
And
Bezos trash.
from some evil spots, bro, I'll be wanting all of them to get robbed. Like I literally be wanting like, and I'm not like robbed like
You
on
want-
the
you want
street.
one of
I
them,
mean
like famous art heist people to come up into their bank.
bro,
take
not
out they
famous.
shit.
I mean, I need them to be knocked down to where when they go swipe their cash, I mean, like card, there's no money. When they try to use their cash, they don't have the cash because they got robbed. They don't have no assets. I'm talking about nothing. They got to be brought back down to nothing because they forget that they are just human and they're living in
lot
a
of
human
money.
experience,
Yeah.
bro.
Mhm.
That's it. Watching the damn TV show, I'm like, bro, I would have literally thrown these people overboard,
The worst part is that they took a trip.
bro.
Is it nigga what?
I should have been.
Is it
What?
nigga what? What'd you say?
Explain a little further, Chardae.
Sorry, your mic's just a little muffled.
So they tip like shit. So like, you know, you come onto the boat and you do this experience and everything, and then you're supposed to tip them for the experience, right? They tip them like shit. Okay?
Yeah.
It's so bad. Which I mean,
I'm
like,
like,
you know, they're
bruh.
making money for 2 days of work, but like, still, it's like, come on now, you paid that much money to go on this boat, you can afford more than like $10,000 trip. Come on now.
I can never do that. I can never confine myself to a space where I have to be of service to someone else. Can never do that.
It still is just like fucking mind blowing, y'all, that children were shot and we still like, nope, that's still not enough. That's not gonna make it change. Like I can't, like I'm still in awe. Like I feel like I'm like the only personally mentally still fucked up behind.
No,
that
you're
shit,
not.
bro.
Here's the thing. Everybody
Like
is, bro.
I was on a countdown to Nolan's last day of school on that shit, bro. Like,
Everybody is, bro.
Bro, it's fucking.
My girlfriend's gonna be a teacher, and like that night that it happened, I like when she got home, I was like, "Hey, come here, give me a hug," and it's like broke down.
Yeah, man. Like it's
like,
just like,
especially with us about to be moving back to Texas in a couple of years, like that could have been her school year.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, there's a couple of, you know, I got online, everybody wanted to argue with me and shit like that.
Yeah, of course.
And we about to, you know, it's cool for Press Next podcast, our next episode that we're coming out with. My homeboy who's in the military, he's also a police officer. He's gonna be a guest. You know, CJ, you know Jesse. Yeah, he's gonna be on there. And I'm trying to get a teacher on as well, just to like kind of talk about the situation, talk about some solutions, talk about their thoughts and stuff like that when it comes to, because you know the narrative becomes armed teachers and everything else. Anywho, bro, it's a lot of solutions that can happen and that should happen. And if I'm the president, it's not even that you don't want it, because here's the thing. When you poll America, most of America wants it. It's people so afraid of the little few. And this is where we get back into the rich people. You upset them, they're so afraid of not having their money, bro. This is capitalism to the finest, bro. We are slaves to almighty dollar that we don't value life no more as a
don't.
Bro, we need an equalizer. Bro, we need an equalizer, bro. And that sounds terrible, but we need an equalizer. We need either some large scale event. We need a Thanos. Nobody does. Or bro, black people need to legally own guns and concealed weapons and flaunt it, so then that would change the law. Because you know they change laws in spite of black people. That's it. We need to go out in droves, bro. I'm talking about we need to be buying all the guns legally. We need to have. Listen. We have to press this is what I'm saying. Every law I feel like that be getting passed is passed in spite of black people. We don't want black people to do that. So we gotta change the law. Right now the gun laws are so lax. Because it's a lot of black folks don't legally own guns. And I don't necessarily even say black folks, but a lot of folks in general aren't like legally owning guns or having concealed or
I'm curious about the
statistics
of like how many of us are locked up for illegal firearms.
Yeah, you feel me?
And it's got to be high because rappers got to be majority of it. But like that would be a good stat to know, because that probably is true. That if
I'll do some research on it. Shit, but we don't ever flaunt it either, because we think that it's like bad. But you know all them photos you see, the people with their families and their guns and they walk into the Capitol.
Politicians.
You got to do all of that, because that's when a politician. Remember when the Black Panther was doing that, walking around with their gun? Didn't they change the laws? You see what I'm trying to say? They do it in spite, bro. We want to do something. We have always been, black folks, the movers, the shakers, and changers of the United States. Whether that be culture, fashion, music, laws, whatever it may be. Even if you do it out of spite, it's because we moved it forward, bro. Which sucks because we ain't getting no reparations for building America. Our lives ain't mattering right now. People still afraid of us, which is wild.
That's crazy to me, bro.
It's so wild, bro. We don't be doing that. We really don't be doing nothing. We really don't be doing nothing for everybody to be so scared.
Yeah.
And then don't understand why people scared of white folk. I digress. I could talk about this forever. Let's talk about sports.
Bro, who you telling? But it needed to be talked about quickly.
Let's talk about sports.
I'm stressed. I'm stressed, man. Living in the world.
That was an interesting note to end on. Never thought about that perspective. My parents are teachers, and they just retired. And I was thinking how amazing, but sad to think that they've never been in that situation.
Facts, bro.
They won't have to be in that situation because they've worked in schools with low income, minority. So it's just, I'm just so thankful that they've never had to experience that. My dad and I were talking about it, and my dad said that I experienced more stuff. Like in high school, my freshman year, I went to like a pretty diverse school. My freshman year, a plane almost hit our school. Sophomore year, a guy in my math class threatened to shoot the school, but they arrested him as soon as he walked out of his house because he put it on social media. My third year, we had a bomb threat. My fourth year, we didn't have a senior prank, nothing. Our class was tired. We didn't do anything. And then nothing happened that year. But it's crazy. Anyway, just have to cut my little.
Man, that's just wild. I didn't think about that, man. Shout out to your parents. Shout out to all educators.
Glad they
but
teachers.
have to go off on
yeah, bro. And then think about people saying we should arm the teachers. What? You know how hard it is to teach kids?
That's crazy.
It's disrespectful, bro.
Now you want me to learn how to not only use a firearm, but to use discretion and tactics for a certain situation? Come on, bro.
And then you use a scenario what just happened. A 16-year-old kid walking in the building. You're not thinking like, wait, I'm about to have to kill him. A whole child. You have to put that in your mindset that now you are liable to kill a kid because he's about to air out of school. No, that should literally be
what I'm
law
saying,
enforcement's
bro.
job.
I'm going to say one thing
my
that I saw
God.
that I never thought about before we get into our favorite topics. I saw a video about why don't we treat young men who want to buy guns, which it's not just young men, but this
it is definitely
video
young men.
was young men who want to buy guns the same way we treat young women who want to get abortions. And I was like, anyway, I'll end on that.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 4 Fouls podcast. Tune in, don't foul out. Hey everyone, it's me, Briana. Some people call me Bree. These 4/3 fouls, 4 fouls do. But you don't get to. Let's get everyone introduced. CJ.
Yo, what's up? We were just talking about something heavy. And I just want to say our thoughts and prayers are with, the city of Uvalde. It's not something that we like to talk about or even want to, but it's getting to that point in time where like how can we not recognize that this problem of ours in this country is getting worse and worse and worse, and the people who are the most vulnerable are the ones who are the most deeply impacted by it. So hopefully the show ain't down in energy, but it's if it does feel like that, understand
We humans, bro.
We in Texas and this shit hitting us in a lot closer than it how it is. So
Devonte.
Yeah, retweet CJ. This has been a rough couple of weeks, month at that. We pushing through, we trying. Y'all take care of y'all chicken, like Marshawn Lynch say, and yeah, y'all just keep fighting.
Cori.
Shout out to the city of Seattle for hosting me part 1 of my honeymoon. It was lit. And I will 1000% be back, my wife and I. So shout out to y'all.
Cori moving without telling me.
Say you moving without saying you moving.
Pacific Northwest, baby.
We also have Chardae in the back. You can't see her, but she's here. Wonderful producer.
What up?
There you go. First quarter. We split up the show, if you are new, into 4 quarters, different topic each quarter. A little bit of halftime, because of course we must. So the first topic I have for y'all is on May 27th, before the scheduled San Francisco Giants and Cincinnati Reds games, Reds outfielder Tawny Pham slapped Giants outfield Jock Peterson over a reported beef due to fantasy football. There have been back and forth related to the story even up until today, as Pham, who was suspended 3 games by MLB for the slap, called Los Angeles outfield Mike Trout the worst fantasy league commissioner. So my question is this the pettiest sports story of the year?
Dog, this is it don't even seem real. It looked like it came from one of them fake pages, but ESPN reported it, and so have other analysts. This is insane, y'all. This is how you know we are down bad. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody's stressed. Fantasy sports has now inserted into professional sports to the point where it's causing beef. We all know everybody plays fantasy football in all fantasy leagues and like NBA and all sports like that. But like to the point where it has now caused an emotional situation to occur during a baseball season, it's an issue. And I think everybody's just tired. It's, you know, it's like when people need to take a nap, we all need to take a nap right now, but we can't. We got to keep going because that's just, you know, the way life goes. But the way it is. Mike Trout didn't have to catch no slander. I feel like that just was a little unnecessary. But hey, you know, I'm not in the league, and I know how we get personal too sometimes because Cori and all these extra cornerbacks and shit we got to deal with. You know, I get a little personal too, but I'm not about to go slap nobody, and I'm making millions of dollars. But hey, we're all tired, and it's just why this is actually a story, and this is definitely top 5 for sure pettiest situations to occur during a professional sports season, man. So
CJ, you go. Let me go last.
I think as Devonte, I was hella confused when the initial report happened because I was like, what Onion article is writing this shit right now, bro? But you know, hey, listen. As a 4-time fantasy football champion, you know, recent fantasy football champion for 2 of our leagues here. You know, if we start a 4-5 league, I'd probably be the fantasy champion in that one too.
Oh, watch him.
Hey, Cori, you in the fantasy football league with the other one with me too. Y'all both can't talk. No one talk to me right now. All right,
Talk to me nice.
I'm on the Patriots dynasty level right now when it comes to my shit. So listen, no, but I be serious. That shit was wild. It's hella petty. And I think, honestly, it showed me one thing, and that's football's really king. Because this is a baseball story. But somehow
arguing soccer.
The National Football League is somehow the main topic almost 3 or 4 months before training camp even start for most people. Like, what is going on? This is crazy. I love it. I think it's petty. But I also think what is hilarious in it is that like Mike Trout really did just catch a straight bullet. He was just like chilling, had nothing to do with anything. He having kind of an okay season right now, you know what I'm saying?
What did he say fuck me for?
F50. What did he say?
That shit was hilarious. So yeah, it's definitely the best petty story in me right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man, I agree with both of them on the fact that it's really petty. With Devonte, we need a nap. We all need to go to sleep. We need a good honestly, COVID just set a lot of us back, bro. It made life real and depressing, and people is slapping people, man. I mean, we saw Will Smith, a GOAT, walk up on stage and slap somebody. Now we seeing somebody else slap somebody because of fantasy football.
Slaps are in.
Yeah, I mean,
what's that one politician? He said the rent is too damn high.
Yes,
I think that's where we at right now, bro.
Everything is just too much. Nothing like it's hard to look around and find the beauty, which is like what I'm trying to do right now. You look at gas prices, they're too high. You look at rent prices, they're too high. You want to go get some food, it's too much. Like everything is just like, damn, can I live? But I don't know if this is the pettiest. Let me tell you why. Y'all remember what's old buddy name? When he played against Kansas, I think he went to Monmouth. I don't know. Is that how you say that? Monmouth. I don't know.
Only player I know, I ain't even gonna lie.
Remember he stole the ball at the end of the game and dunked it when they were getting blew out, right?
Oh, yeah. It was on ESPN.
Was that this year?
That was like a couple years ago.
I was like,
it was a couple years ago. Kansas blowing his team out. I mean, like, there's no chance.
Obliteration.
If the Kansas team, let's say 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, just walked off the court and nobody played, they still wouldn't catch up. So, I mean, they're getting blown out. And then Kansas, casually walks the ball up the court. They're trying to run the clock out. And old buddy like sneaks up behind him, steals the ball, dunks it, and starts talking crap. That's petty. And it got me thinking about other petty moments. What other petty moments are there? Remember when somebody lost their shoe on the court and the other player picked it up and threw it out of bounds? Petty.
Or Florida Gators cornerback. He's in the league now, but he tackled LSU dude. Was it LSU? And then that's how they end up losing that game because he threw the cleat. Like that literally basically cost them the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Petty, bro. So there's petty, but see, all of those things, the difference with this one is all of those things were in the throes of a game,
Yeah.
This was about fantasy football. So it might be, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. And the funniest part is old buddy coming with the receipts and just telling it all. Like he don't got no code. He like, I got slapped. I'm telling everything. That boy went 6'9" for real, boy. Yeah. Immediately like, tell it. What you gonna do if somebody slap you? You gonna be quiet or you gonna talk? I'm talking, fam. You slap me and embarrass me in front of everybody? Boy, it's a wrap.
That shit was
transparency,
recorded, bro. That shit was recorded and reported. Within 30 minutes, that shit was live.
Remember when Isaiah Thomas said, "Oh, buddy," he went up in the stands and he said, "Oh, buddy was tripping. He just wanted a Frosty."
I remember that.
That sounds so good.
We talking about practice,
not a game. That was petty too.
Yeah.
Oh man, we love petty sport. Oh no,
Nick Saban,
the pettiest sport moment of all time.
Oh my god!
I'll tell you mine. Remember when T.O. was on the Eagles and he went home? And he was doing the workout in the driveway. He's doing the sit-ups when they're trying to get the interview. That was petty, boy. Shout out to T.O.
Nah, Nick Saban. Yeah, that was a little petty because he kind of basically wanted to throw some jabs and Nick Saban saying he didn't mean that.
Yeah,
no, he
like,
lied.
I think we should put that on the sheet. That's my bad.
Yeah, hey,
Nick Saban trying to out people.
Yeah, it's all good though. They apparently they made up though. I am glad they fixed that. I'm glad. Also, even though sometimes we always do this, I'm glad Deion Sanders took the high road. It shows how much of a professional and how much he's grown as a coach and a leader of men. So I'm really excited to see what the season comes because, he did try to throw a stray at Deion, even though he didn't mean to. It happened. It was just natural. I think Saban would just Saban need a nap too, bro. I think everybody just tired.
Everybody need a nap.
They talking their truth and letting it out. And so, yeah, that's definitely another petty moment. So.
That wraps it up for our first quarter. Second quarter, talk about slapping scandals. This is a scandal for you. Today, today as in before you listen to this, the House Committee for Oversight and Reform Investigation of the Washington Commanders workplace harassment scandal called NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and Washington Commanders owner Dan Snyder to testify. This comes off an April congressional testimony of a former team vice president who claimed the team has claimed that the team skimmed revenue from ticket sales meant to be shared with the rest of the NFL and withheld security deposits from fans. Question is, what should the NFL do to address all of the scandals that have been brought up regarding the Commanders in the past few years?
Hey, let me tell you something. If it's one thing I know and two things for sure, the Commanders ain't the only one doing this. All the rest of the league right now is getting their affairs in order, boy. Because I'm telling you,
compliance is in there putting the OT.
Facts. Here's the thing that you don't want to know about your businesses, y'all. All of them are corrupt. If they make money and they are in the business of profiting, they are corrupt. I'm sorry if they make you feel good. I'm sorry if you think they're story franchises and they would never do such a thing. I mean, hell, some of these nonprofits are corrupt, but
a lot.
I'm just saying.
Most.
When it comes to money, they say money the root of all evil. People will do little itty bitty things, bro. And for what? They did all this for what? They still ain't making no playoffs pushes or trying to get no Super Bowls. They just greedy, bro. Capitalism and greed will imprison us all, right? That's a quote from Rush Hour 2. Y'all remember that movie, Rush Hour 2?
Yeah, but...
Remember when Ricky Tan went upstairs to old buddy and he stole the little chips to the plates and he was like, what's that saying? He was like, greed will imprison us all, and he got stabbed. You said I hate that fortune cookie shit. Anyway,
I love Rush Hour.
Yeah, Rush Hour 2 my favorite movie of all time. But yes, bro, the Commanders are trash. This is a trash franchise, and let's be real, the rest of the NFL franchises, they probably doing the same thing, so they probably trash too. So I think the NFL gotta just like they gotta levy some sort of sanctions, bro, and they gotta be huge. Dan Snyder gotta get up out of there.
Yeah,
that's number one. Yeah. Dan Snyder gotta get up out of there. Go ahead.
It's time. It's time for him to step down. It is definitely. If I'm Dan Snyder, dude, hey, you got me. You got me. Like, hey, it's too much, man. It's adding up. It's so much, man. How's he not stressed? I would be like, good Lord. Like at this point, I don't even want to deal with it no more. Sell the team, step down. Comments about what you did and what you didn't do, you got caught, bro. So it's just step down is too much. It's apparently a very, very toxic work environment. There's been too many receipts by multiple former employees and current that it is a toxic work environment, too many issues, and now y'all getting subpoenaed. Just step down. That's just my best advice for Dan Snyder. That's been my advice since the first accusations came out like 3 years ago. I remember CJ been on this for a minute, keeping us posted. And so, yeah, it's just too much. I don't know how he's keeping up. Congrats on a new name change, but that ain't enough, buddy. So
if it wasn't bad that they have 2 times in a row now the worst name in the entire league, they have the dumbest fucking owner in the entire goddamn league. Listen, what Corey's saying is very correct. All of these teams got something going on with them. The difference between all those teams, and sorry, my dog's getting a little spicy over here. The difference between all those teams and Dan Snyder led team is that most of the other teams ain't getting caught doing the dumb shit. Like, this is like the simple dumb shit, right? Like firing people who know the bad things about your organization without a severance package, or NDAs or some petty shit. Because I guarantee you, motherfuckers who leaving the Cowboys, they ain't talking about shit. They ain't talking. And I know Jerry dirty, because I know Jerry as a local businessman in the Dallas area. He got some stuff going on. I think we can all agree that he got some stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get the AT&T Stadium out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what road he was on in Dallas when he got in an accident?
Oh! Don't even bring up the accident. Don't even do that.
What was he doing out there? What was he doing out there?
What was he doing out there? Have you remember the pictures of him and 2 girls at the bar a couple years ago? You remember that?
What he doing?
I remember that. Listen, all I'll say is this, bro. Like, that team has consistently been the team that fucks up for the last, and not just 3 years, it's been like the last decade. They've been doing shit that is consistently just like, what the hell are y'all doing, bro? And I think as a league, as a commissioner, they haven't done any fucking thing to address anything. And that's very disturbing, considering the fact that, like, Roger Goodell doesn't look impartial in this. He silenced people who were speaking out about the Washington Commanders situation years, like last year. And so he's complicit. And I honestly think, like, Roger Goodell is on his last couple of years as commissioner in the NFL. He's already kind of stated as much that he's going to be retiring in the next couple of years. Like, he's probably not going to make it out of 2024, 2025 as a commissioner. I think the NFL needs to push him out. I think, especially because if he goes and he testifies, which I assume he's going to turn down the request from the congressional hearing to come and testify, because he's not a good talker. I've seen him in depositions. He's not good at hiding the shit that needs to be hid. And so my assumption is that the league, before it goes anywhere farther, needs to seriously look at getting a new commissioner up in that piece and pushing out Dan Snyder in the same way the NBA pushed out Donald Sterling. It's the same situation. Only difference is we don't got a videotape, but we do have almost decades of allegations against the man for workplace harassment, and now a congressional finance committee coming after their budget. Like, we got to do something. Y'all got to do something, bro. You can't just like sit in your hands on this. You got to move. You got to make moves. So
ain't that crazy? Like, all of the allegations in It took an audit.
It took an audit, bro. It took one audit, and it fucked two different teams.
One court saved money
it fucked two different teams. It fucked the Commanders and the Raiders. And the Raiders. The Raiders was sitting over here catching straight bullets because the Washington Commanders couldn't fucking do shit with their damn messages and correspondence.
Everybody, somebody gonna find out the dirt you doing, even as little you think this you doing. Somebody, one person, it's gonna be that janitor you don't never think of. Like, yeah, I seen him. I was in here late one night. I seen him moving a little money around, and you got to pay me off. And you go. The thing is, even with the pay you off thing, let's just keep it a buck. I don't want no one time lump sum. I'm set for life, where you gonna have to kill me. So it's one of the two.
No, I need consistent money flowing in every month. It ain't no lump sum over here.
Consistently.
Yes,
I'll give you $500,000. Let's make it $250 a year.
How about $25K in my bank account every month on the first of the month? How about
the
that?
first of the month?
CJ, they gonna get you up out of there fast. I know, right? It's about $25K a month. Hey, hit my boy Rodney real quick.
Pretty Little Liars theme song.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
Two can keep a secret
if one of them's dead. Let's go. First off, shout out to PLL. That was my show. Breathe. You watch Pretty Little Liars? That was my show.
Yeah, it was a good one. I watched
The
the whole
end of it,
thing.
though,
Yeah, the end of it was a little, but
it was her twin all along.
that was my thing, man. Pretty Little Liars, PLL.
Spoiler alert.
That brings us to
ain't gonna watch
Yeah, sorry, spoiler
halftime.
alert.
If y'all ready for it?
What's up?
Ready?
Let's get it.
Halftime.
Oh.
You want to plug?
Yeah, I got a couple of things I would like to plug. First being shout out to Omada. I be on the Omada app all the time, man, and they sponsor Cori's Corner, man. I'm trying to tell you, I'll be on there wagering my coins, my free coins. What other app you can go and place bets and wagers for free 99? You don't have to use none of your money. This is perfect for Dan Snyder because he's moving his money around. He don't have to use no money if you want to use Omada, bro. You can play with your friends and everybody else. You can join my group. You can join our group, whatever it is, man. OMADA. Get the app, put it on your phone, and play. I can't wait for the NFL season because so many games. So I'm gonna just bet on so many games. It's gonna be lit, and maybe we'll do some like cool prize winners and stuff like that. There you go. If you're watching, check the screen.
Mata.
Also, make sure you follow me on on specifically on TikTok, but pretty much everything else. Cori's Corner. That's CORIS_corner. Got good stuff for you. We going, and things are looking a little up. Things are going a little bit faster now that it is the summertime, and we're rolling in to some new sports seasons. And I am having a little bit of joint issues. So I am a little bit interested in CJ's product. I've heard it's good for inflammation. That's me.
Dang. Hey. Spell it right. You ain't gonna find it. I promise you. You gotta spell it right.
Of course she's playing. I'm scared.
Bird.
And if you who are listening are on the bleachers to our show, you want your advertisement on, just let us know. We'll put you on here, add you to the list. But alas, it is third quarter, my favorite quarter, factor cap. Do not forget, you're only answering if it's not your question. That makes sense. So this is Cori's question.
I'm not answering.
Cori's not answering, yes. Players who are currently playing shouldn't be analysts on TV shows. Fact or cap?
Oh, man, we're getting better and better at this.
Cori.
I'm gonna have to go cap. I'm gonna have to go cap. I want to say facts so bad, but cap because it brings the spiciness, the beef we love to see in the game. Trust me, yes, Pat Bev was talking, and just saying God knows what. But guess what? He's on the court. He knows what's going on. He might not be completely accurate, but he's more accurate. Yeah, he's more accurate than anybody else that's off the street, that we know of. And so like having the current players who can give you good content and talk about like, yo, this is what's going on right now. Steph Curry literally is cooking everybody and giving them 25 because so-and-so, or I don't think Chris Paul is good enough because so-and-so. Like they're showing and giving us reasons why, because that's what they're experiencing in their eyes. It's almost like them having a GoPro on the court, but now they just get to talk about it. And so that's the only reason why I feel like that's a pretty unique thing that we do get to have, because I don't believe back in the day that was a thing that I know of, but I know for sure now it's a very common trend. Because even who just signed to now be an analyst, and they definitely are still in the league like recently. It was just got
CJ McCollum just signed.
Yes, CJ McCollum. Yes. Yeah. He'll be talking during the finals and everything. I'm like, CJ literally was just in the playoffs. That's crazy. So I'm kind of excited to hear, because he was on the West. Yeah, he was on the West earlier. They got knocked out, but I would just love to hear his thoughts on some of the teams that are, in the finals. So I'm gonna say cap. I like it. Even
interesting perspective.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I would say cap. I'm gonna say cap because I think I understand the point, because I do believe people like Pat Bev, who he's not media trained. I don't think he's like media trained in the way that like people like CJ McCollum, who has a podcast, who one of the better sports podcasts out there. Pull up by CJ McCollum. I'll give him some free plug, because it's legit. He's a really good analyst. JJ Redick, before he left the league, started the Old Man with the Three or something like that. I think Old Man with the Three podcast, and then he transitioned that into the ESPN career. And those two are like what I would consider to be going to be one of ESPN or two of the best ESPN NBA analysts. And Draymond Green himself, when he's not playing and he's analyzing sports, bro,
he's dope.
He's like really dope. Like he actually is a good person. Like he has a deal with Colin Cowherd for the Volume Network for his little podcast that he does after games and shit like that. And like he been doing it 30 minutes after the game.
Man,
like,
it's so cool.
it's like literally, instead of going to reporters, he's over here giving you his in-depth analysis of a game, and I think that's so genuine. It's so interesting. It's a very different take on it. And I would say NBA does this really well. I don't see it a lot in any other sports, and I think that would be interesting to see, because I think it's a different feel when you like in the NFL. Like that, I don't know how I would take that. I don't know, like I could see Tom Brady maybe having a personality to do that, but some people in the NFL really don't. I don't think that they have the capabilities to have those conversations. To be honest with you, I've seen a lot of NFL players that have attempted Jason Witten. is one of the recent ones. Drew Brees, last year for NBC, who like they big names, but they go over to the media side of things and they booty cheeks. Like they're not good. I don't want to hear their comments or conversations about anything because they kind of suck. That's why Jason Witten came back into the league for another year because ESPN said, "Hey, bro, we probably not gonna bring you back next year. Sorry about that." So I don't know, man. I enjoy it. I think it's just you gotta be the right person. You can't just bring on anybody and everybody just because.
I will say this though, random question: why do people hate Booger McFarlane, bro? I think he's so funny, dog.
I think he's hilarious. The way they set him up in that first year he was on Monday Night Football was trash. They had him in a weird rig that was like part of the stadium. Hey boy, let's go. Lay down, bro.
Man, bro, like he was so funny.
Nah,
like,
bro, it's because he states the obvious, bro. He literally be
he does
stating the most obvious thing. As you can see, there's 5 people on the line. That's what
Travis
we call.
Benjamin is a Popeye's biscuit away from the time. Bro, when he said that, I was like, oh, sign this man long term. But I know a lot of people not feeling Booger like that, but Booger funny, bro. He be so truthful. And yes, he do be stating the obvious, but sometimes certain people need the obvious. So kind of like
that's my whole platform.
Yeah, I'm about to say go follow Corey's Corner. You gonna get the obvious.
Next we have CJ. So CJ, you're out on this one. Colin Kaepernick will be signed to an NFL team by training camp. Factor cap.
Cap.
Damn. Here we go again.
Colin Cap or Nick. That's what I'm. The reason why I said that is he had a workout with Vegas, right?
Yeah.
We ain't heard nothing about that.
No, I heard it went good.
Yeah,
that's it.
We've
bro.
always heard that it went good.
So first off, CJ, mute your mic. This is your question. You ain't supposed to do nothing. Listen.
He said, "I heard it went good."
Nah, but my point is that if it were great, somebody would have been like, "Yo, it is a mockery. This man is still fire."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There would have been such a blow up, but also, if it were trash, we would have got the same thing. So, do I agree that it's probably good? Yes, but then at this point, if it's just good, do you put him on your team? Probably not. Now, me, I would, but I'm not in the NFL. I don't own a team. Knowing the NFL, knowing the business, I doubt it.
I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to as well say Kaepernick because it's just tough, man. Like at this point, I just don't even understand. Like there are literally rookie quarterbacks who can barely read a cover 2 defense, and they're getting roster spots before he is, and like he's not getting that chance. And I just like at this point kind of don't understand. And especially after that workout, kind of like Corey said, if it was an outstanding workout, he'd have been signed. Like, how are you letting him walk? Because it's at this point, it's NFL training camp. It's not a guaranteed roster spot. So it's almost like a tryout again for him after another tryout. But like at this point, they're not signing him. It's above me. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Because like we don't know what else. I wanted to say fact because I thought for sure the Raiders. Thought it was gonna be so slick. All the trouble they done faced this past year and whatnot. I thought they was gonna for sure pull the trigger to cover them up a little bit. Like, oh look, we're social justice warriors and stuff now. So I don't know. I thought they were gonna do it. They did not. So hey, Josh McDaniels sees something that we don't see and or that we do, and he's not signing them. And so I just feel like that was his one chance, because if Seattle wanted to, they would have done it already. But I don't know. I really don't know at this point. I feel like Dallas got like how much? 23 million in cap space now, or is it 28? I think it went up.
Man, it will be so cold for the Eagles to sign him because
back up or something. Like, just
you know what I'm saying? Because him and Jalen Hurts as being leaders in the locker room.
Come on, man.
Boy, that one will be hard body, boy.
What if you get on there and put a Vince Young? It's a super.
Hey, get him out. Get him out. We're not playing with that, bro.
Nah, that's funny. But yeah, I have to say, Kev, I don't think nobody's gonna do it. They're too scared. They're not ready for the heat that's about to come with it. Even though you about to get a guarantee bonus in jersey sales, like it's gonna be insane. Whoever
And
decides to take
they so ridiculous because wasn't it just a white baseball manager talking about he ain't going out for the anthem no more?
that. Really?
Gabe
Yes, bro.
Kapler, San Francisco Giants.
Wow.
Look, nothing. You ain't hear nothing about that. Oh, well, Cap though. Somebody else. Come on, man. In baseball, you would think that's probably the audience.
Man,
definitely wouldn't want to.
They
do
up
that,
there with
boy.
NASCAR.
I went to the Rangers game. I've never seen this at a public sporting event, and this is just like I've never, bro. I've been with you, Devonte, at one, so you know what I'm talking about. But this is baseball. Baseball different, man. It's a different type of white. So I was in line. This is the other day. This is Monday. I went to the Rangers game against Tampa Bay. Shout out to the Rangers because we won. And I was getting a bucket of cheese fries. You know, they give you little cheese fries in the bucket and they'll be smacking. I was getting a bucket of cheese fries. I just paid for them. And then the lady started singing the national anthem. Bro, I'm like, why everybody standing? Like, we in a concession stand, we should be like still moving around and doing stuff. Everybody froze up, bro. I've never. Typically at a sporting event, I see people who are like in their seats participating in the national anthem, and then people who are in the alleyways and getting their stuff, they're still working, they're still doing everything. But a baseball game, bro, everybody. The lady behind the counter was singing. I said, "This is wild."
You can hear a pin drop,
boy.
when,
This is
when the
wild.
national anthem plays for
Here I am.
That's the one team that I'm not a fan of in Texas. So
I'm
Really?
with the Rangers. I like the Rangers.
I'm a Padres fan.
Yeah, I got
Oh, you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Dang.
Next, we have Devonte's question.
Uh-oh.
Baker Mayfield should not play down for Cleveland, and Deshaun Watson is suspended.
Fact.
Yes.
Factory. Facts, no printer. What else can I do to say this? This is if I am Baker Mayfield, the Browns get nothing out of me. I'm not showing up to OTAs. I'm not showing up to training camp. I'm not doing nothing. I will miss out on money and everything else for the pure respect. You went and got another you know what, over me, and he's not even going to play this season probably. So then you gonna come back to me like, hey man, nah, bro. Or and the thing is, he can't go in there and just throw the game because he's still working for another contract. Because if it really was me, I would get in the game. My very first throw, it would be very evident that I threw an interception to the other team. Very evident, bro. Like, why he throw it straight to him and didn't run after him to get him? They are doing Baker Mayfield so dirty, and people, I know they are thinking, do we don't owe Baker Mayfield nothing? That's a lie. He don't deserve this. Baker ain't that trash, okay? This is some Johnny Manziel treatment. They are being mightily disrespectful to Baker Mayfield. And if I'm Baker, I'm finna make my money off these progressive commercials because it ain't coming from the Browns. Go ahead, CJ. It's facts for me.
I'm like,
it's
a rock and a hard place for Baker. It's a rock and a hard place for Baker for sure because he just won't make money this year if he doesn't.
Yeah,
and
he fine.
I mean, they potentially could literally not pay this man a dime of his $18 million that's due to him, and that's his biggest contract. So I don't know if he would want to miss out on that contract because this may be his biggest contract. He might not get a bigger one. And that's what's really one of the situations where it's kind of nerve-wracking, right? Like, do you put yourself in a position where you can make more money by going out and playing better and you know, potentially catapulting yourself to a different team with a better contract? Or do you take the bullet and don't play and miss out on $18 million and not showcase that you have grown as a quarterback for another year and potentially not be offered another spot? Because here's the thing.
So what are you doing?
For me, I'd play, but I also don't see that money. I don't see that money. That's just, I will never see that kind of money in my lifetime. So like my mentality towards it is different. Like I'm not going to let 18
You don't think he got 18 million from Progressive?
I don't think that Progressive will actually continue sponsoring Baker Mayfield after this next year.
And he has Hulu.
I also
Hulu have live sports.
Hulu has live sports. Baker ain't playing. He is not live. He is sitting on the bench. So that's a whole different, like, Hulu's already pulled his ass, bro. I haven't seen a Baker ad in a minute. Like,
It's because it's also not NFL season.
I mean, there's that, but like, LaMelo's still on
LaMelo,
the TV.
John Moran,
LaMelo ball. Hey, LaMelo, marshmallows. Hey, that's I can't even think of the jingle right now. But that's a cold commercial. I say this is what was it? If he shouldn't play.
Yeah,
it's cap. It's cap to me. I think he should. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a couple. I mean, obviously, what the Browns did is a mockery of the general audience's intelligence. Like, you are making you think that we are dumb enough to forget the fact that this person who you just gave $200 million to is now facing reportedly 24 potential. There's one more coming down the pipeline apparently. 24 potential cases against him, allegations against him for sexual misconduct, sexual harassment. Come on, man. Like, we're not dumb enough. But at the same time, Baker got to watch his own situation, his own pockets. And honestly, I don't know if you turning down the opportunity to work after a year in which, like, you didn't look good, bro. Like, the whole situation didn't look good. And I know it wasn't all his bad, because, like, he should have been, like, they should have set him down for the whole year after he injured his shoulder. But he said no to that. It was his decision to keep on playing. And so that's where it's like,
what?
I don't know what the right move is. And I think the Browns are prepared for either way it goes, because they didn't sign Jacoby Brissett for nothing. Like, they did not sign Jacoby Brissett for him to sit on the bench. I think they knew Deshaun Watson was probably sitting for this year. And they knew Baker Mayfield probably doesn't want to come and play with them. And so they already picked up somebody. But they petty enough to take his contract money from him if he doesn't show up to OTAs, training camp, and games. They will do that. Especially if they can't trade his ass. They will do that. And it's not like Ben Simmons, where, like, he's a valuable member of the team and he's still contributing in a way. Baker Mayfield might not be necessary if Jacoby Brissett gets on the team and he's, like, somewhat stable. Like, that's just the facts.
I'm gonna be a knucklehead. I'm Baker, boy. I'm playing.
Ben Simmons, phone in pocket and everything.
Listen, knucklehead. I'm in the pocket and they call a play I don't like. We ain't running that, bro. Hey, we running a whole different play. What's going on up there? Hey,
I also think
I only got a little bit of time,
leagues, though, right? Because, like, the NBA, that's a player-led league, bro. Like, players can do that shit. The NFL is not, bro. We just got done talking about Kaepernick, bro. We just got done talking about. Like, players,
I think it just take
blackballed really easily from the league. I don't think Eric Reed has got a contract since a couple years ago.
Bro, I feel you, but we're also talking about a quarterback that could change your franchise, right? We're not talking about, like,
he hasn't shown enough for me to say that he has.
He's the number one overall pick.
Yeah, bro, I don't know, bro.
One bad year off of an injury.
Listen, but it wasn't one injury. Bad year. He's not. It's been a few years where, like, he's not progressed. Like, I get what you're saying, bro.
Deal.
I understand.
Well,
bro.
if we're looking
his
at
rookie
QBR,
year was really good, but since then it's not like he's progressed.
That's
he's
not
gotten
true,
to a
bro.
playoff game, and I think that's amazing. But, like,
that's not true. I'm looking at his stats right now. His QBR has gotten better every year except last year. His rating
what's the
is pretty much
points that his QBR gotten better though? Is it 5% better? Is he 10% better on QBR? Is he, like, in the 70s?
If we're going points, he's over 10 points better. So
from
he's
his rookie year.
Oh, from his rookie year, he's over, like, 15 points better.
What's the number?
It was just his last year. So I'm talking about. So he went from 49 to 65. If we're talking about from 2020. Now, if we go to his last year, as Devonte said, one bad year, he had a terrible QBR. He also had terrible. He didn't do great with interceptions. He had his ratio of interceptions was not great. He didn't throw that many touchdowns as well, even though he had, 17 wasn't bad. But the year before that, he had 26 touchdowns. He didn't have too many interceptions. His completion rating wasn't bad. I mean, it was a 62%, but his QBR was not great. But my point is, he could be a solid quarterback for any franchise. And he did have a bad year. Now, I don't know how they allow him to play, talking about when he decided to play. I own the team. I make decisions. But my point is, I think that the NFL, you're right. You're very valid that the NFL is not like the NBA. The NBA is definitely player-led. I think the NFL can get there because the NFL does still have a players association. And the players are starting to become more entities than just football players. it's gonna take one, then it takes two, then it takes three, right? So Kaepernick obviously was probably the first one, and you see how his life has gone beyond so for a different cause, right? Not necessarily just playing, but for a different cause. He also had the thing working against him, the fact that he black, right?
I mean, yeah.
So that's another layer. Ed Reed is a safety. Safeties are very important. He's also a little bit older. Not Ed Reed. I'm sorry. Eric Reed.
Eric.
He was a little bit older. And can I get another safety? Yes. And has having a good safety, a great safety, good? Yes. But can you live without one? Yes. I'm not taking that bet on a quarterback. I don't want to have a trash quarterback for my franchise just because, you know what I'm saying, the man is doing something. So I think that it's a huge risk that he would take, but somebody's going to jump that ship, bro, and recognize that there's more to life than just playing football, and y'all not finna tie me into this. Now, I done tried everything I wanted to do, and y'all going to go be disrespectful? Nah, bro, get me up off this team. You can't get me up off this team. Facts, bro. You can't get me up off this team? I'm finna make it a living hell, boy. I'm gonna do everything the bare minimum. I'm telling you, you go give me my money, and I'm gonna do everything the bare minimum. Not playing with you.
That wraps up our third quarter. Fourth quarter, of course, tomorrow, while we're recording this, is game one of the 2022 NBA Finals. It will be the Warriors, who will be appearing in the finals for the sixth time since 2015, and the Boston Celtics, whose current roster features 0 players with finals experience. So the question is, who do y'all have taking home the Larry O'Brien and the Bill Russell MVP trophies?
Oh, Larry O? Golden State in 6. Golden State in 6. I will not.
It might be 5.
Yeah, I would not disrespect Steph Curry like that. No, never. If the Mavs made it, which is what I wanted to predict, it could have been a good battle. Bro, Steph Curry, Jordan Poole is literally about to be put on the spotlight, so you know he about to act the fool coming off the bench. Draymond is the heart. As long as Draymond don't get in trouble, we good. Like if he stay out of foul trouble, they're good, because we don't want another Cleveland, situation coming back 3-1. Whatever, that whole situation. But yeah, got Warriors in 6. Steph finally gets his MVP. That's mine. It's simple. I'm not rooting for no Celtics, respectfully, but just Celtics also can make a lot of mistakes and get caught up in the game where they get clapped really quick. They play great basketball when JT and JB is on, but sometimes it's just not working, man. And where Marcus Smart is leading and scoring, that can get ugly really quick when it comes to Golden State. So I got Golden State in 6, and that's just me being respectful, because like Corey said, it can be in 5. Curry can wrap this up real quick. Bro went to academy and went to go get some golf sticks, because he already knows what's up. Boy. Yeah, like he knows what's up. Like, bro, this gonna be quick. So I feel like it would be really cool to make it be competitive, but I just don't see that happening, bro. It's gonna be too much to keep up with. So
listen, I might give it 6 on the fact that the NBA rigged. They want to get some of their ratings up or something like that. Because honestly, they could probably do it. They're doing it 5. I'm not going. The Celtics they can definitely get 1. If they can get 1, they maybe can get 2. But here's the thing: what have people been talking about the Celtics a lot about, and why they have progressed in the playoffs? CJ, anybody? What did they say about the Celtics?
Their offense, their 3-point shooting.
Well, yeah. Something a little bit different though.
Defense.
Yes, they've been talking about their defense.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Celtics best defense in the league, right? Do you want to know who was number 2?
GS.
The Warriors, bro. The Warriors is number 2, and they definitely better than the Celtics on offense.
Yeah.
Boy, what? That was the thing that really surprised me in the Maverick series is they played very well defense, and they were even doing a boxing 1 on Luka, bro. You don't see, bro. Only good defensive teams can do that.
Yeah. All right. Before let me just counter this one point.
Go ahead.
Luka ate, bro. Luka ate that whole fucking series. No one can make a shot. No one can make a fucking shot.
For sure.
We win the series if you make a shot.
I feel you for sure.
And rebounds.
But that too. And Luka is just one of them players, like most players who are great players. You can only hope to contain them, right? Yeah. That's it. But to confidently play a boxing 1, and the Warriors in transition are scary, bro. It's like they just play in transition, bro. It literally is like they just play.
What's their favorite word? Bang, bang. You know, bro. When you hear that, it's like,
bro, off the tip, bro. It's just crazy. And if Steph gets his Finals MVP,
bro, I'm gonna be so happy for him.
I'm gonna be very happy for him too. And I also think it's very hard not to think about him as a top 5 player of all time. And that is a topic for another day. But if he wins another Finals and he gets the Finals MVP, you heard it here first from me. It is going to be hard to keep him out of the conversation of top 5 of all time.
Nah, it's pretty easy still for me. But
it really, we could go all day on this, bro. I'm telling you, we can go all day on this. Even when we talk about transcending basketball, the man changed.
I give you that. Transcenders, game changers, definitely top 5. Top 5 player of all time?
Who is? Yeah, let me tell you why he's a top 5 player of all time. If he wins,
oh my goodness!
Just a quick thing. How many more years do you think he could play?
10.
Oh, logistically?
Yeah, how many more years do you think he could play?
Probably
10, will 5.
10?
Let's just say he plays 5 more years.
That boy is on glass ankles. He ain't playing 10 more years.
Yeah, he on glass ankles, all right. But check this out. Let's just say 5, right? Let's just say 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the NBA all-time leading 3-point shooter?
Yes.
Is anybody ever hitting his record?
No.
That alone,
I will pause
may push
on
him
that. I will pause on that.
You think somebody else?
No is my answer, but it's a 3-point league now, and I do think that you are going to see somebody come into the
dark
league
horses
in the next
Trae
10
Young.
years. Listen, Steph came out of nowhere. Steph came out of nowhere, bro. He is not somebody who we predicted. So I assume that there's going to be a new person come in. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, keep on going.
My point is, Warriors in 5. They're gonna wrap this up pretty quick. Steph takes home the MVP finally for the finals, which, in all honesty, the one that he lost to Andre Iguodala was just very disrespectful. Because listen.
It was first off, it was LeBron's trophy.
LeBron's trophy.
It was LeBron's trophy. To be honest.
Even if he lost, really LeBron should have been the MVP. We're not even gonna talk about that.
The numbers don't lie on that one, man. I remember
my boy averaged a triple dub, bro.
I was like, Corey, but look at the series. He said, bro, look at these numbers. He pulled out his phone. I'll never forget. And I was like, oh, damn.
Bro,
right.
There's no way, bro. There's no way. But anyway, it's Steph winning the MVP. It's Golden State winning the champ. And honestly, the next 2 or 3 years, they'll probably get another one.
Woo! Damn. I don't want us all to agree on something. I really don't.
Don't be Luis.
I'm not gonna be Luis to be contrarian, just be contrarian. I do think the Golden State Warriors are gonna win this series. I told y'all before the fucking Mavs series. I said they on a mission. They're on a mission specifically because they have all the pieces now combined into a team that is a championship roster, right? Yeah. And specifically, I think they were on a mission because they're out here to prove that Steph is the best in the league still. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're attempting right now, to say Steph is still the best player in the league. This is why this is our leader in the dugout, in the clubhouse. That's our person. That's our guy. And I think Draymond over here, he's over here talking about how Steph was doubled more in the final when KD was on the team. And I think that's just showing you how the series is gonna go. If the Warriors win, you put money on this. Nick Wright said this shit earlier today. Put money on this shit. Steph gonna win the goddamn Bill Russell MVP for Finals MVP. He's gonna do it. That's the only way the Warriors come out of this series with the dub, is if Steph is the MVP. Any other way, Celtics winning the series. I almost guarantee you that is going to happen. And I'll say this, bro. I don't want to be disrespectful to the Celtics, but just like the Mavs, this is their first experience in this place, right? Like, they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals before, but they've not been to the finals. And it's a different shift in how you play. Because the finals, I think, is more of a mentally based game than almost the rest of the playoffs. The playoffs is a grueling, task. You know what I'm saying? Playoffs is about, really, a lot of times it comes down to longevity and, who is stepping up in certain spots. And the Celtics have done that up until this point. But when the finals comes to it, it becomes who is the best at the X's and O's. And Steve Kerr, I mean, you saw it in the last series against Mavs. I've never seen a series in which like you have one player. I mean, I'm sorry, that's a lie. I've seen LeBron play, where like LeBron is the one player on the team who is doing every fucking thing, and everybody else on the team literally looks in depth. That's how that Mavs looked in the last series, bro. It looked like nothing. Nobody else could get anything going, bro. I think maybe 3 or 4 players scored over 10 points the entire series, and that's wild. That's wild. So I mean, that's what Cori said. To the defense of Golden State is real. Their offense is still continually being the best offense in the league year after year after year. It's for them. If they don't win this shit, I'm gonna say safe to say this might be their worst loss in the finals.
No.
I think it will. I mean, unless they get up 3-1 and then they lose, that's obviously the worst. But I'm saying like when it comes to odds and like how like we could see LeBron's team winning that year. You know what I'm saying? Because LeBron, you got LeBron. You got a chance to win. I'm sorry, you got LeBron. You have a chance to win.
Oh, 3-1 in the final. That's the only time.
No, not when it got 3-0. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about.
Yes, because it's LeBron, but you got to think. Previously, we just seen them get demolished almost.
Yeah,
in
same
the
thing.
Same thing.
This is the best team.
Wait, that was
too.
his first year.
Yeah,
that was his first year. No, that was the second year with Cleveland in the finals. You're right.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying to this is like. It's still, to me, like LeBron's on the team, they have a chance of winning. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck when anybody says LeBron's on the team, they have a chance. And then they got 3-1, and I was like, I don't know about that. The series probably ended. But I'm saying, like, when you look at it before the series starts, I don't see a way that the Celtics wins the series. I can't see an angle in which, like, you're talking about defense. I know they got the defensive player of the year, but Draymond Green, to me, is still the best player in the league outside of Rudy Gobert. Like, defensive player. So defensive player. I mean, Draymond Green got it, and I think Steph is just like he's been on this like mode over the last couple games. Like the first couple games in the Mavs series, he wasn't really doing.
He was hot. Yeah.
But the last couple games in the Mavs series, I was like, oh no, Steph swag's back, bro. He doing
that
the
boy put in the bed.
Yeah,
he did the put in the bed in the game 4. Like,
that shit hurt my heart, bro.
It doesn't feel or into game 3. Sorry, I mean like it's Golden State, bro. That's it.
Boston has the size. Boston has the size. They have the defense like we were stating, but the only way I see them even having a slight chance, Horford has to be a huge disadvantage to the Golden State because of size.
Which he will be, by the way. He will be.
JB and JT have to go off every game. Like you cannot let up. Like JT need to wear the band every day and text Kobe because it's just gonna have to be them kind of games.
Oh
like
my
it's
God.
that
The internet is ruining us, bro.
The
internet is ruining us. Why? Why do that shit?
It was so corny.
God
man.
damn.
I don't know. It's weird because he's a Celtic too, but I'm just saying it's just gonna have to be that type of level of competition for him, and like he's gonna have to bring his best because Steph is coming, bro. Steph knows I let it slip in Toronto, and you know there can't be no excuses. We did the same thing in Cleveland. Cleveland had all these injuries, and guess what? They still gave their hearts out, and yeah, we won. Now I'm in the same predicament, and KD's out, Clay's out, Draymond literally getting fouled out every game. I couldn't get the series done. I know what I got to rebound from. Steph is coming in a menace, bro. Like I can already get ready to hear bang like 30 times. So
hey, bro, my bold prediction is he drops 40 in the first game.
That would be wild, and that'll be a wrap.
Guess we'll find out because that's a game. Thank you everyone for listening. If you are new or not new, make sure you like, subscribe, all the fun things. Tell your friends, tell your foes, and everyone in between. And we'll hopefully see you next week.
Y'all
Bye.
stay safe out here.